I'm Graeme and welcome to episode 25 of the Mk1 Escort RS2000 reassembly. In this episode, we're going to start some preparation works for the wheels coming, which hopefully should be in the next couple of weeks. But the main part of this episode is going to be focusing on fitting the Simpsons exhaust. It's due to arrive in the next couple of days, so we'll crack on and I'll let you see some of the footage of that being fitted. Couple of orders arrived, guys, while we're waiting for the big items. So we've got a Victor Rines exhaust manifold gasket. So I just need the exhaust to go with that now, obviously, and I'm still waiting. I've got a proper set of studs and nuts, and these have actually got the Allen key head in the end, so you don't have to double nut them to screw them in, and the proper copper nuts. Now these, I don't know whether many people came across these before. What these are flush valves. So there's your valve there, that's the part that you obviously use to blow it up. And you take the little cap off, screw the valve in, blow your tyre up, then you unscrew the valve and put the little cap back in. And I've got them on the Mini, I've had them on the Mini for many years, so let me just show you how they look on the wheel. And there you can see, you've got the basically little flat cap instead of a black valve sticking out. I think they're absolutely fantastic, them. You haven't got the worry of a valve getting snapped off, you haven't got the perishing of valves. These apparently will not leak, and I've never had an issue with them on the Mini in the 13 years they've been on. So yeah, I've got a set of them for the Escort as well, because they're really not expensive. They're only about £8 them for a set, if you're interested in them. So yeah, I just got them off eBay, as added with all of these items. And then we've got these. Now these are Toyo Proxies 215/45 R15s. I just need the beautiful bit that goes in the middle now that I'm still waiting for. But yeah, we've got the tyres waiting. I've obviously got 4 of these. So as soon as the wheels come, I'll take them along to my preferred tyre fitter, who promised me they're going to take very, very good care of what is a very expensive set of wheels. So yeah, as soon as the wheels come, they'll be going right to the tyre fitter to be getting fitted, along with obviously the new valves. So yeah, that's just a couple of orders that's come in anticipation of the wheels and exhaust arriving. So another little preparation job I've been doing in time for the wheels coming are these front Bilstein struts. Now you can see here how much of this stud is sticking through. 8 to 10 mil, something like that. And if you look at the other side, we're almost flush. And the problem was, I didn't have many threads in that nut. Certainly wasn't entering the nylock. So what I've done is I've took the top mount off, which is a standard Ford top mount, and I've actually ground away at the metal sleeve on the bush underneath to get more inserted into the top mount. So we're now gripping on the nylock. So I now know that that's not going to go anywhere, because it was always on the back of my mind that wasn't quite right. So yeah, I've better get on now and do the other side. So this morning this arrived, and as you can see, I think the tape gives it away as to what this is. This is one of the 2 parcels I've been waiting patiently for a long time now. This was supposed to come yesterday, and I waited and waited all day, looking out the window every 5 minutes, and it didn't arrive. It just came first thing this morning, which just happens to be on a day that I'm off work. So I'm now going to get this unboxed, and let's have a look at what should be an absolute stunning piece of engineering. And there we go. And that manifold is absolutely bloody awesome. Workmanship that goes into them is mind-blowing, it really is. To get all them welds as beautiful as that and all the bends so nicely formed, stunning, absolutely stunning. Got our back box and our midsections. A couple of little issues. I've been back on the phone to Simpsons Race Exhaust, because this is the back, this is the tail end, and that was supposed to be a polished rolled tip. And when I rang him, he said, "Yep, you're right. I remember you saying that now. It is." So he's going to sort that out for me. And he also forgot to box up the bobbins and clamps to mount everything. I think he was a bit unhappy that they'd forgot to throw them in the box, but he's going to send all that out together. But on a whole, that is one bloody lovely bit of kit. I'm looking forward to getting that fitted, which I can make a start with the manifold probably tomorrow while I'm off work, and start getting this system fitted before the wheels come. Right, well, it's manifold fitting day. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this water rail, because it's just going to make fitting the manifold a whole lot harder. I'm going to remove the tape from underneath. Past experience tells me that that's never an easy job because it's been on a long time. And then I'll hopefully let you see some footage of the manifold being fitted into place and bolted up. So yeah, let's get started. Another little thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover all this area in bubble wrap to try and prevent me marking anything. Yeah, let's get cracking. Right, first step out the way. That didn't take too long. Got the tape off a lot easier. There's a lot less flat surface on the exhaust side here than there is on the inlet side, so the tape didn't stick as bad as the other side. And as you can see, the water rail is removed and just simply bent out the way for now. I've laid down some bubble wrap. I've also put some bubble wrap on the end of the pipe to stop it scratching as I work it in. I've basically now got to lift it into position, feed it through there, line it up and get it bolted up. I think it's going to be tricky, but nothing ever good comes easy, as they say. So I'll try and set the camera up and let you see this going in. I think it's going to be a bit difficult because I'm a bit pushed for space, to be honest. Right, I think rather than doing it in a oneer, I'm going to have to split the two sections and do it in two separate parts. I think it's just going to be a lot easier. So that's what I'm going to get on with now. Wow, I really don't know what else to say, but I am so very impressed with that. Yeah, I was sweating like a pig fitting it, I've got to be honest. These kind of jobs are never easy. I wasn't expecting an easy ride, but that is absolutely gorgeous. The fit everywhere is absolutely perfect. I'll show you underneath in a second. You know, there's a lot of work gone into setting up the jigs to make these as they have, because that is absolutely phenomenal. And the bit I was worried about the most is that section under there. I did have a guy message me who had a Simpsons manifold. As you can see, I've got loads of gap there between pipe number 1 and the battery tray. And he had a Simpsons exhaust, the guy who messaged me, and he sent me some measurements. I'll try and remember his name and put his name up in the video. He was very helpful, and he gave me the confidence to go for a Simpsons exhaust, because from his measurements I thought, yeah, there should be clearance there, and yeah, bang on. Absolutely bloody fantastic. I'm so happy with that. So I'll let you see it from underneath, and then I've got to put the water rail back on, and then that's the first part of the exhaust system fitted. It's all tightened up, and yeah, I'm absolutely speechless if I'm honest. I did wonder when I bought it why they hadn't used one solid flange. I thought, why are they all separate? Why didn't they just use one solid flange? Now you know why. It's for ease of fitment. As you've seen at the start, I tried putting it in as a oneer, and it probably could have been done if it hadn't been for the fact that this car is on a frame and there's a crossbar underneath, running underneath here, and it stopped me getting the angle on the pipe. There was no way on earth I was going to get it in with that bar there. So I thought, right, I'll take it out and I'll do it in separates, and separates is far, far easier. You've just got to get them in put them back in the right order. So I numbered them all, but they've all got to go back in the right order. It's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle, because if you put one on before the other, you can't get the other in, and so on and so forth. You've got to basically do it in a certain order. But that's the first bit out the way. I'll show you a little bit of footage from underneath. And there you go. As you can see, underneath is every bit as perfect fit as the top. Comes down, follows the floor contour perfectly, and then runs perfectly parallel with the floor along the bottom. And there's that bar with the green tape on that. I couldn't get it in a oneer for, but yeah, I'm so happy with that. I've just got to get on now, do the midsection and the back box. So today, me and Yasmin are on our way to an open day at GS Escorts in Runcorn. So when we get there, I'll let you see some of the fantastic cars on display. And here we are at GS Escorts Open Day, another popular haunt of ours. Obviously not the first time we've been here, but heading into the workshop. And straight away, we've got a really nice Mk1 in the first bay. I think this is Jacob's bay. No doubt in for some mechanical work. Absolutely beautiful example. And moving on, we've got a superb, awesome looking Sierra Cosworth on the lift. That was a really nice example as well. Absolutely immaculate. This is a Mark II up on the lift. I was really impressed with the paintwork on this. It was painted by a company that Graeme uses quite often called Windmill Autos. Really nice job they've done of that. It's just testament to the quality of stuff that they're putting out, really. Can't really say anything more about that. It's absolutely beautiful. This one here is Duncan's. Now, Duncan was the guy who painted my own car. This is his car. I'm hoping to get some footage of this in future on the road when I get mine done as well. It would be really nice to see the pair of them on the road together and get some video footage. And there's another, I can't remember what's under the cover on top of the lift there. Outside, this is another car of Duncan's, or was Duncan's. This is a Mark II Escort Harrier. I absolutely love the Harriers. They're so rare these days though. You don't see many of them about, but when you do, they definitely always catch my eye, that's for sure. This is another Mark II RS2000 that I had the pleasure of getting a run out in later on. Sammy took me out for a run in this one, and I've got to tell you, this goes really well. It pulls and pulls, and it was absolutely fantastic to be able to get to go out for a run in that. He just took us down the road and back, but I was so pleased. So thanks very much to Sammy for that. I really enjoyed that, I've got to be honest. This is another one as well, equally as nice. Beautiful cars. A lot of these cars have been built by the owners as well, and it's a testament to the effort that these guys put in. Really absolutely fantastic. Another one as well. This one is got Z-Tech with the retro Ford BDS style cam cover, and to be honest, it does fool a lot of people. You have to look twice. Is it a BDA or is it a Z-Tech? You really do have to look. I think it's a really nice touch. Now this one caught us all out. This was stunning. Both me and my wife Yasmin loved this American muscle car, Ford Mustang. Paintwork was absolutely exemplary. It really was gorgeous, that car. Cortina, again, beautiful example, sitting there gleaming. Absolutely beautiful. Another fantastic example. And a credit to its owner, no doubt, or whoever carried out the restoration. And I've got to say, it is absolutely scorching today as well. The sun, everyone was sweating cobs, they really were, everywhere you went. Hello Yasmin. Yeah, I got to talk to the guy who owns this one. This is a Mark II Fiesta running a blacktop Z-Tech. The guy actually watches the channel. and I bet that thing can certainly shift, because I mean the Escorts shift with the Z-Techs in, so a little lightweight Fiesta is going to be fantastic. Now this is John McAllister's. If you haven't already, have a look for his YouTube channel, Old School Motors. He has his own YouTube channel, and this is his Mark II Escort with a Harris Performance engine on throttle bodies, and I've got to say that thing sounds awesome. It really does. Like all the Harris motors, they just scream. This one, I don't know if it's an actual X-Pack or it's just a copy, but that was a Cosworth powered Mark II Escort. Another Mark II running a Pinto. Very nice, again on twin Webers. And a Capri. Wasn't too many Capris there, but this was a really nice example of the Capris. This is a V6, this one. I imagine that sounds really nice. We followed this one on the motorway for a bit, and I said to the wife, I know where he's gone. Nice Cortina there, really lovely example. You don't see many of that shape about, to be honest. And this is another car we followed. We actually followed this one right into GS Escorts. I just said to the wife, I said, we needn't bother following sat-nav. We know where this guy's going, so we just followed him all the way in. It'd be funny if he was going to his driveway or something, wouldn't it? For all the non-Fords at the show, this was outstanding. This still had the plastic covers on the door cars. I think it's just been looked after its whole life, and it was absolutely stunning. And another Mark 1. This is a yellow bubble arch, Daytona yellow bubble arch Mark 1 Escort. Parked alongside there before as well was a superb Renault 5 Turbo. I've never seen one quite like it. It was stunning, but it had gone by the time I done this bit of footage. Now this is one of the cars of the day that really caught my attention. I thought this was stunning. The level of detail and the quality of the build on this was second to none. Everywhere you looked, it was just crisp, real beautiful Mark II Escort, and I love the colour. This is Sammy's. I'll just show you. I'll pan back to the left in a minute. This is Jacobs from GS Escorts. Hey Jacob. That's his Mark 1 Fiesta, original 1.1 unmolested, completely original. And another orange. I think this is Vista Orange, this Mark 1. This was parked outside. Again, another one of the many customers of GS Escorts. Now then, this van here, if you're interested in it, get in touch with GS Escorts. This is an absolute immaculate example of a Mark II Escort van. You will not find a better one, and this one's for sale. This used to be Duncan's as well, who painted mine, and also the Harrier over there, and Duncan's inside. So if you're interested in this van, definitely get in touch with Graeme at GS Escorts. You will not find a better example, I can promise you that. This was in GS Escorts a while ago. It was getting built at GS Escorts when I came one time. Absolutely beautiful car, again on a Z-Tech with the retro Ford BDS style cam cover, running Omex throttle bodies. Again, an absolute fantastic car and an absolute fantastic turnout. So as you can just see there, the pipe comes along. It fits really nice. We're all good until we get to here. We've got one little issue. To be honest, it's kind of my fault, I'll be honest. The pipe kicks up, very nice, goes up over the axle. As you can see there, it's very close to the floor in the top corner there. So what I'm going to have to do is shorten the pipe so that the full system will move that way ever so slightly. So just shorten it down there, which that's nothing, that's easy. The main problem is where our back box mounts, and this is the big problem. As you can see, the tailpipe beautifully aligns with the cutout in the rear panel, which is exactly what I wanted, but that isn't the way they normally build these systems. I asked for that in particular. I wanted that to come out of that very place, because I think they'll generally just come out somewhere over here. So I've requested that it comes out there, just because I'm a bit finicky that way. But he did say to me, because I haven't got the jigs to do it, the only way I could really do it is having your car there from Slough and from Cumbria, very long way. There was no way I could get the car there, so I had to take a chance. He said it might require alterations, and it does, because to allow this back box to go up far enough so that these bobbins go up through the boot floor would then mean that the pipe here would hit the back panel. So that's one problem. The other problem is the hoop that goes over the axle there is touching on the rubber part, the blue part of the shocker. So I've got a plan in mind that I'm going to start on today, which is I've got no choice. I'm going to have to carefully chop this pipe off, angle it down so that it goes down, comes out in the right place to allow the box to drop up. And I'm going to have to do the same over here. I'm going to have to chop, if I can show you, this pipe somewhere here and turn the hoop so that the hoop comes over here, so it goes up over here away from the shock absorber, so it banks over this in this direction. So that's 2 cuts, and what I'm going to do, I've got stainless steel MIG wire. I'm going to tack it up, just a couple of little light tacks to the tailpipe and to the front pipe, and then I'm going to take it to one of our local engineering companies who have done some beautiful TIG welding for me in the past, and then I'm going to get them to fully TIG the full thing back up, hopefully as nice as it looks now. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating because it's an expensive system, but like I say, it is kind of my fault. I did request it to be done ever so slightly different, and he did tell me that it might need alterations, so I can't really blame anyone but myself there. Like I say, the best thing would have been to get the car to them, but that was out of the question. So I'm going to get on now. I'm going to get a couple of these little cuts made, get this fitting somewhere near, and when it's done, I'm sure it should look every bit as good as it does. Well, obviously better because it'll fit properly, but yeah, that's where we're up to on the exhaust, so I'll crack on with that now. Well guys, after a good few hours work, the exhaust now fits absolutely beautiful, and as you can see, the exhaust sits bang on, perfectly central in the recess of the rear panel, which is exactly what I wanted all along. I'm absolutely chuffed with that. As it happened, I didn't actually have to chop this pipe here, as I said I might have to before. Once I got the box lifted up into place, into the right position, that pipe there sat absolutely perfectly. No issues are all there, so that pipe is untouched. The same, however, can't be said for the other side. As you can see now, if I just get into position, we now have fantastic clearance between the shock absorber, between the bracket at the top. There's plenty of room. I can get my hand down all the back. So what we've done here is it's been chopped here and re-TIG welded all the way around. So this pipe was more in a straight up direction, which meant that the pipe here was touching against the shock absorber here. It's now banked over, so we've got a nice gap here, and it just meant spinning this pipe on the back box. Now it would have been made easier instead of the joint being here, if the joint was then here, because then I could have spun the pipe on the back box to suit. But never mind, it is what it is. It now fits absolutely beautifully. So I'd like to say a massive big thank you to my best mate Andy Buchanan next door. He helped me getting this lifted into position. 2 sets of hands just make this job so much easier, and he was a great help. Helped me align stuff up, having one person above to tighten up the bobbins, etc. Yeah, he was a real good help the other day just to get this back box system pushed on. And to be honest, it probably only took us about 2 hours. So although it has been a little bit of an inconvenience, it's not a massive issue. And I would also like to say a massive thank you to Dave Yowett at Exhaust Craft in Whitehaven. Dave opened the pipe up for me on the box using his tool that opens it out, so it provides a slip joint. And he also TIG welded the pipe back onto the box. Dave's been doing TIG welding for many years, and he's made a lovely job of TIG welding that back on. I had a real good crack with Dave when I was there. He's one of them type of guys where you can have a real good crack with him. He isn't just the type of guy that wants you in and out. You know, you go there, you have a good crack with him, and you know, I find that far better. I hate when you're just rushed in and out of places, when you can go somewhere and you can have a real good chat with the people, as I do with the likes of GS Escorts, the body shop where I had the car painted, and the likes of Dave and that. You can go to these places and you can have a real good chat with them. So yeah, thanks very much to Anthony, and thanks very much to Dave. This back box now fits absolutely awesome, and all I have to do is finish off mounting the middle section. I've got another set of bobbins to do just down there. I'll let you see that when it's all finished, but yeah, that's now 95% complete. guys, that's the Simpsons exhaust fully finished, as you've just seen in the little bit of footage there. I am so pleased with it, I really am. I've never had a car with a system as good as this. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it should have fitted first time, and you're right, but it was mainly my fault, I do believe, because I did ask them to make some changes to it. But it didn't take any time or any hassle to change. I probably put about two and a half hours into changing it with my mate Anthony, so thanks to my mate Anthony for the help. And as I said before, thanks to Dave from Exhaust Craft. If you're in the Cumbria area and you want any exhaust work done, definitely pay Dave a visit. He's a really nice guy. He'll do his best to help you. So yeah, definitely give Dave a try if you need any exhaust work done. And I'll leave a link to Dave's address and phone number in the description. So yeah, I would like to say a massive thank you as well to Graeme, to Sammy, Jacob and Steve for an absolutely unbelievable time we had at the GS Escorts meet. We really had the best day that we've had in a very long time. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Baking hot sun, best day I've had in a long time. Both me and the wife agreed. It was just fantastic. And the run out that Sammy gave me in the Mark II, that was a personal highlight as well. I really enjoyed that. And again, don't forget to give Old School Motors channel a look, because John himself has got some really nice cars. He's got the Mark II RS 2000 with the Harris Performance engine you've seen in the video, but he's also got a really nice Escort Cosworth and a Mini that he's looking to restore. So if you're into the Minis, that's something else you might want to look at. So yeah, like I say, give Old School Motors page a looking at if you like this kind of content, because it's all very similar. Can I just also say a massive thank you to every single one of you who came up to me at the GS Escort show as well. Obviously I don't know a lot of your names, you've seen me on YouTube, and to be honest, this is the first time I've been to a car show since I started the whole YouTube thing, and I never gave it a thought that people would recognise me. I really honestly didn't. I know that sounds daft, but I didn't. And I got there and people were constantly coming up to me and saying, you know, I really enjoy your videos, really enjoy your content. And that was brilliant. I really do appreciate that. It's nice to get that feedback. It really is. I do really massively appreciate it. So to every single one of you who came and said hello, thanks very much. I really do appreciate your feedback. So as it happens, within the next 2 to 3 days, I'm expecting the wheels. Can't tell you how excited I am about that, because in all the years I've owned this car, which is since 2011, so we're talking 10 years now, it's never ever been on its wheels. When I bought it, it was a bare shell. So to get it down on its wheels and the stand set, I'm really looking forward to it. And that's obviously what will be covered in the next video. So if you want to see the car down on some beautiful image splittering wheels, keep an eye out for the next video. Hopefully in the next week to 2. I don't think it should be too far away. Sorry for the delay between the last one and this one, but the wheels I'm pretty certain won't be as delayed. So until next time guys, thanks for watching.